Hello, and welcome back to the last part of this adventure. I hope you've enjoyed the recent increase in uploads. I think I've found a way to keep job searching while still getting content out. This will be the final part of the series, and I'm just about ready to visit Michigan for a research study and check out Canada this weekend. So a lot is on my plate, and I'm super excited for the first business trip of my life. We found some remarkable finds at the beach, and this video will wrap stuff up, so I hope you sit back and enjoy. Now, another reason Japan is so bike friendly, a ramp to carry your bike up and down the stairs. How nice. Also, walking up the ramp itself is good cardio. We get back on the Tokyo Teleport Bridge, and I've just got to appreciate the architecture here. And while we wait for the train to arrive, here's another number puzzle for you. 1, 0, 9, and 1. Can you make 10 with these four? So much noise. Anyway, we continue on our way home, and that wraps up an amazing final day of our visit. Another busy one is ahead, but for a different reason. Rise and shine. In less than 24 hours, Japan won't be around us. Crazy stuff, huh? Busy travel time. But before I go, I've got to show my appreciation for these little propeller guys. They're just fun when they spin in the wind. It's a rather gloomy final day here in Shinjuku, but we are on our way to Haneda. I thought this was a cool shot. Also, I just like these little barrels they use on the highway. And speaking of, I wish they had these kinds of chevrons in North America. It really helps you pay attention. I just like to watch them as they pass by. Pretty cool effect. Now we're really close to the airport. You can see some shipyard cranes and a lot of bullet trains. A fun time indeed. And unlike North American trucks, no color-coded air hoses. And that polar bear is super cool. We arrive, but at this point we have no idea what is waiting for us inside. What a line for simply going through security. Just an ordinary Wednesday. We do get through after about 45 minutes, and after getting some food, we finally board for Toronto. Now those are some hard workers. As always, Anna likes to pay royalties to Nintendo. Cool art. And a rather strange antenna that is. Now due to this being a day flight, I got to see all of Canada overhead. Now the wildfires must have been rough, as I could see those smoky brown clouds the entire flyover North America. Not a great view. Now the in-flight meal was interesting, not bad at all, just a beef bowl, bamboo cutlery as well. Also, it's nice to see the waters analysis. Thanks, Alberta. And 12 hours later,
time is 4:35 p.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your baggage door until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Smoking is not permitted.
I always like YYZ because you have the opportunity to see the CN Tower. Even on a cloudy day, there it is. Always love that logo design. Reminds me of the crisp ice of a fresh ginger ale. Now we made it to our first stop back home, and with an overnight layover we get to kick around a bit. Still sorry for Russia here for this particular case. Having to pay a ton of money every day to keep this guy parked due to Trudeau's ground stop of all Russian-owned aircraft. It only wanted to deliver COVID test kits. Give him a break, please. But you know, go Ukraine. We drive to our hotel to check in, and I've got to say, these condos are weird. Very expensive, but weird. A much better shot of the tower, and I've got to say, what a cool drive. And the best part of this layover has got to be a visit to my #1 favorite Chinese restaurant, House of Gourmet. Even editing this video makes me crave it. Super authentic. Now this time we went a little bit ham. You can see we got a delicious 3-meat plate. This has roasted duck, beef, and chicken complete with sauces to pour all over it. Big hit with my friends. And on top of this we got a plate of fried rice and dumpling soup as well as a yin yang fried rice. Now this one has sweet tomatoes and savory white gravy all put together. So much food, but surprisingly we still ate it all, including leftovers the next morning. Nothing went to waste. Now the food adventures aren't quite yet complete. There's one last place I want to hit up. Late night day at Dairy Cream. Woo! Super excited to try this place. Let's see how it is. I always wanted to treat Dad to some ice cream here and give this place a try, and I had no regrets doing so. I've never had so much peanuts on a single cone before. Heavenly. And while we were there, we met this guy and his dog named Boeing. Turns out he's named that because he works with Air Canada as a technician for their 700 series aircraft, including the one we were on. Really cool guy. Great dog too. And you know, such a great night, and tomorrow we'll be up early for a trip to DFW. So, early that morning when we had an early rise, well, I was determined to pick up some candy bars, and because we couldn't have a chance to go to any like supermarket like Sobeys or Longo's, I ended up going to the little vending machine on the first floor and picking out some candy. Very expensive for each one, way overpriced, but it's the best I could do. $2.50 each, just too much money. But we ended up picking up 4 different types of bars. So let's have a look and see as to what we got. First of all, we got a crunchy sponge toffee. Looks really yummy. I like myself some toffee, and of course chocolate as well. You can see it was distributed by Mondelez International, same people that make Oreos. You could see, yeah, there's the Canadian Nutrition Facts label. Super excited to try that. But we also picked up 2 of these Wonder Bars. These are peanut butter caramel chocolate bars. Super yummy looking, by Cadbury. Also distributed by Mondelez International. And yeah, you can see it is kosher. And there is another one. So I got 2 of those. I also ended up picking up a O. Henry bar. I've had the original, but this one is a Reese's flavor. So I love how you can see all the French there in the back. So this is pretty much like your standard O. Henry, but it has Reese's in it. So it's got peanuts, peanut butter, caramel, and chocolate. So that is another one I got. And lastly, Cadbury Crispy Crunch. These guys are kind of like Butterfingers, but it seems like it's made just a little differently. So yeah, this looks pretty good too. Crispy Crunch, O. Henry, Crunchy, and 2 Wonder Bars. I was going to try to go to the airport, but didn't have any chance, so I'm just glad I picked these up when I did. So yeah, let me know if any of those are your favorites. It would be cool to know which one of those are your favorites, or if there's another one, like, for example, Big Turk, or some other flavor of candy bar that you recommend. Please let me know. I'd like to remember it and pick it up for next time. Just checking out the restaurant at 4 a.m. in the morning, early rise. Looks like a decent restaurant for being short on time. Too bad we couldn't try the breakfast here. Good old CP24. And this thing caught my eye.
Huh, look at that. $200 starting bid. Looks like I can get the Montreal Canadiens. It looks like the official documentation of them winning. Pretty cool. Ducks Unlimited Canada. Very nice. Alright, early rise.
Wonder who won. And this looks yummy. Love Ben & Jerry's. My early morning brain cannot handle it. And after realizing this was an older flight and not the one we were on, big sigh of relief. Passing the pride flag, yippee! We prepare for the final leg of this journey.
Bureau of the Change.
But we still have one final challenge to overcome. The final line for security.
Much better. Tornado was ridiculous. Okay. This one shouldn't take too long. We'll see.
And much shorter, indeed. And I still can't believe they committed such an impressive feat of shrinking the Statue of Liberty and claiming it as their own. I guess they made New York into Lower York. And of course I gotta get the Timmy's Double Double for the first time. Delicious. Reminds me exactly of my mom's delicious coffee milk. And some pastries too. Mika's. And I spot the Rouge Jet, and it looks like quite a few planes are lining up. And I'm surprised, but a domestic flight like this has in-flight entertainment. I always play Bejeweled 2 when I can, my favorite entry in the series, and I absolutely love it. The soundtrack just works so well with flying in general, especially takeoff. Just feeling real good this morning, even got a new high score. Now today was a busy day in the air it seems, never have seen so many planes on the runway. And here's a much better shot of that plane, really glad to have seen it here. And with that treat, we are finally on our way home. Thank you all so much for sticking with me through this series. I do have an extra upload from this trip I plan on making at some point, but for now, I think we can wrap this up and call this project complete. I'll probably post a best of at some point in the future. So thank you all so very much for watching this series. Plenty of new content has yet to be uploaded, so keep your eyes, ears, mouths, and noses peeled and ready for the next video. And with that, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend.